Hello and good evening, everyone. So, on the behalf of Microsoft Club of University of California, I welcome all of you to the fourth session of Dev Express webinar series. Today's session will definitely help you to get a good start on Power BI. And this insightful session will be conducted by a tech expert, Mr. Tarindu Gunaratne, and he is also a Microsoft certified expert and a senior consultant for technology at John Keel's IT. Mr. Taridu, thank you for accepting our invitation, sir. And for the participants, so if you have any questions, feel free to use the chat window on the right side, and hope you will fully utilize this session to gain knowledge. And now I will be handling the session to our presenter, Mr. Taridu. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Tisal. Thanks for your brief introduction. So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So, I know most of you are students from any some government or private universities in Sri Lanka. And first of all, I need to thank you for the organizing committee, which is MS Club in University of California. And thank you for your participation. Now we have almost more than 54 participants. So let me share my screen first. I'm sure you all can see my screen. As Tisal explained, so today I'm planning to do essentials in Microsoft Power BI. Then you can grab that knowledge about Microsoft Power BI. So what is Power BI and what are the benefits of that? I know some of students are coming from industrial management batch, and some of you guys are coming from IT background. Anyway, the Power BI is a very useful tool for any industry. Let's say if you are a medical student, yes, still you can do something attractive by using Microsoft Power BI. Okay. These are the ground rules for today's session. Today we have 2 hours for this session, and you need to be online because you can't repeat this video. So that's why within these 2 hours you have to be online. And I already shared my email address in the chat. So and as you know, day after tomorrow we have that advanced analytics session on Power BI. So in that day we are planning to do some advanced things like DAX. So some of you may know. And today we are touching the basics because we know some of you guys are very new to Microsoft Power BI platform. So I would like to say you. So I need to know your answers, your questions. So I need to clarify your questions on day after tomorrow. So within these 2 days, you can reach me through LinkedIn, or you can reach me through email. I will respond. Or let's say if I need to demonstrate that, yes, I will demonstrate it on our second day. And question and answers, please use, as Tisal mentioned, please use that Q&A feature. So this is for you, so you can ask your questions. Then the organizing committee or even I also can see that Q&A. Then I will answer those questions and be online because I think all of you are connecting from your home places. So please plug in your laptop, and I know this time is we have heavy rains. Anyway, please be online and try it now. So if it's possible, please download Microsoft Power BI with me. then use it with me. Let's say if you already have Microsoft Power BI, yes, you can try it with me. And finally, be safe. Okay. I think Tisal already briefed about me. So I'm working for John Keel's IT as a senior consultant technology under Microsoft Solutions and Services. I have a few certifications, which is Microsoft, which is offered by Microsoft, Microsoft Certified Trainer, and few more certifications. When it comes to my education background, I just need to brief you. So I did my postgraduate qualifications from University of Colombo, and my bachelor's is from University College Dublin, Ireland, and I have some qualifications which related to training and human resource development. Today's objective is, now this is our learning objective for today. By the end of this session, learners will be able to use Microsoft Power BI application efficiently and effectively. So sometimes you may know how to create a dashboard, but I need to teach you how to use it efficiently and effectively. What is Power BI? So what do you think? Power BI is an analytical tool. Some of you may know Power BI is an analytical tool. But how we can create those kind of dashboards, reports? They are interesting. They are very attractive reports. But how we can create those stuff? So here now you can understand. We can use, so these are like samples. We can use SQL DB, we can use an Excel, we can use an Access DB, or we can use any other let's say Facebook or any other website or any cloud related resources. Okay, by using these sources, we can create a dashboard like this. Simply we can say it's a report. Okay, once it published to web version, then we can say it's a dashboard. Okay, we will cover all those stuff. So what is data presentation? Now here, let me brief that. Now, as university students, you may already doing some data presentations. Data presentation means, now let's say if you need to show something which related to figures, facts and figures, then you can present it through a table, Excel table or any kind of a table, data table. But you can present the same thing in a graph or in a pie chart, or in a bar chart. What's the difference between these two? That table thing is not very attractive. And the most important thing is, in this world, we have two types of people. One is left brain dominis and the right brain dominis. So it's a proven thing. Let's say if I'm dominant to see some graphical information, if I'm let's say if I like to see some graphical, very attractive, colorful things, then no point you to present a table to me, because then I'll throw it out because it's not an interesting report for me. But in the same way, sometimes let's say if you present a graphical, very attractive dashboard to a person who likes for facts and figures like numbers, then no point. Because of that, you have to prepare a report or a dashboard to match to these two type of people. Then only it will be very attractive and insightful. Okay, then now I'm coming to the data presentation. Now let's say if you're hungry, then what you are doing now, you can see here I have few slices of breads. Here I have let's say a sandwich. Here I have a sandwich, but I am using the same bread slice to create this one. Here I have 4 slices of bread. Here also I have 4 slices of bread. Okay, then now let's say if I'm hungry, then I can fulfill my hunger by using these 4 slices of breads. Okay, I can simply eat those 4 slices of bread and fulfill my hunger. But when it comes to this one, when it comes to this sandwich, what do you think? This is very interesting, right? Now, let's say if I'm eating this, without any let's say without any without applying any kind of a vegetable or any kind of a butter or cheese, without these add-ins, then it will be a simple slice of breads. But the same slice of bread will upgraded to a sandwich by using these colorful vegetable pieces, onion, tomato, cheese and butter. So you can simply upgrade your data table to a graph by using some tools. Then this is very attractive, right? And when you are consuming this thing, the memory uh, will be saved. Now, let's say if you are eating this thing, then oh, what a taste. So likewise, you can realize that. But now when it comes to this one, this is a simple piece of bread. So likewise, let's say if you are presenting some data set to, let's say your as university students, it can be your Viva team. So you are going to present your research report to your Viva panel. Then you can simply show a data table, or you can simply create a insightful dashboard to present that. What will be the most important one? So this is very important because you have to have some skills to create this. But for this, you don't need to have that kind of skills. If you have Excel and if you have that analytical knowledge, yes, you can do this. But the modern world, you have to focus on these addings. These addings will add the most of the value to your sandwich. Okay, now you have the understanding. I think you already got the understanding about data presentation. So we have this data set. So we can simply eat without any add-in. But when it comes to this one, we added something new and it is very attractive. Okay. Now I'm coming to Power BI. Just leave the sandwich. In Power BI, we can identify three components. One is Windows desktop application, and the online version, software as a service, it's a SaaS, and the Power BI mobile application. So by using mobile application, you can do massive things like I will explain on next day in our advanced session. So I'll show what are the benefits in Microsoft Power BI. I will share my mobile phone screen. So through that, you can see what are the benefits that you can consume through mobile app. Let's say if you are working in the industry, then let's say if you are working in, let's say, engineering site, then no point to open a desktop application over a laptop. You can't do it because let's say if you are working in the field, let's say if you are attaching to a sales team, then you have to work in the field. So then you need to use your mobile device to check those dashboards and annotate. Sometimes you may share that dashboard to your subordinates. Please follow up this thing likewise. So this it's an ecosystem. When it comes to Power BI, it's a huge ecosystem. So you have to learn this component one by one. Okay. And as learners, you have to focus on these four roles. So in Microsoft Power BI, we can identify four main roles. One is Power BI for designers. Okay, so designers are doing designing part, the graphical part, GUI part, and Power BI for consumers. Consumers means, let's say if you are the if you're attaching to a marketing team, then you are the guy who need to download those reports and create some reports and use those reports. You are the consumer. Okay, and when it comes to the developer, you have to develop some components. It's a developing part. And when it comes to Power BI for administrators, Power BI has some administrator stuff like in Power BI, we can see there's a gateway. Gateway means gateway is the component which synchronizing data to the cloud. Okay, let's say if you have that data set on premise, let's say in your laptop, then if you need to arrange a rescheduler means refresh scheduler. So let's say if you need to schedule your data set twice a day, then you need to set the time, let's say 3 a.m. and 3 p.m. So within that period, So within those two time slots, the data set will synchronize to the cloud one, to cloud, Power BI cloud. Then for that you need to have a gateway. So I will brief what is the gateway and I will show how to install that gateway on our second day. So likewise, now from here, let's say if you have a good creative eye, then you can focus on designing part. Likewise, okay, as learners you have to learn about all those four areas, but in the journey, let's say if you identify now I'm a developer, I have some skill set to be a developer, then focus on that. Okay, and as I explained to you, this is the ecosystem, the Power BI desktop version and Power BI cloud version, that web version, and Power BI mobile version. So you can create that. So I will brief you. You can create your dashboard by using this desktop version, and this is free. You don't need to pay any cent for this. Okay, and this Power BI service, it also free for some organization. But if you are using to, let's say, if you are using some, there are primary kind of features. So for that, you have to purchase a Power BI license. But as learners, you can download this Power BI desktop and you can use it on premise. But if you need to publish it, then you have to have a Microsoft account and Power BI license. Okay, you need a Pro license to use Microsoft Power BI Pro features. And if you published it, then you can open the same dashboard by using your mobile application. Okay. Now I think you have that basic understanding. Okay, now I'm going to show a sample dashboard which I already created, a sample report. So this is the sample report which I created. This is a sales report for an outlet, let's say for an outlet. And here you can see there's a label for total sales, and here you can see there's a drop down for types that outlet is selling: books, cafe items, and entertainment likewise. Okay, and other than that there's a drop down, yes, and other than that there's a slicer, date slicer. Okay, you can let's say if I need to filter this data from 2020 to okay, I cleared this slicer. So this sample data set has data from 1st of Jan to 31st of December in 2018. Okay, now let's say if I need to filter for from February to, let's say, April 1st to December. Now you can see all those charts, and this value labels are filtering. Okay, now I'm using this slicer. See what now the amount is. You can see the amount is 57,915. Now I'm going to filter it. I filtered it. All the graph got changed. It reduced to 47,940, and all those things were changed. So, and let's say if you filtered for entertainment, then all those figures, all those charts got filtered for entertainment. Okay, by using this erase icon you can reset all those filtrations. Okay, now you know about these filtrations. Here you can see some charts, right? In Excel also you can see some charts, but here the speciality is, now let's say if you select the buyer, now we have three buyers. One is dad, and the second one is Kelly, the son of this family, and mom. Three members. Okay, three buyers, because I'm using a sample very basic data set to give that understanding to you. When I'm selecting the Kelly's portion, see the difference. See the difference. See, once I clicked, all the data set got filtered. The whole report got filtered for Kelly. Even the table also got filtered. See, now I can see the whole data sheet. Once I click one buyer, it got filtering for a buyer. Okay, This is the power of Power BI. And the other thing is, let's say if you need to save this thing, once you publish this, you can download these kind of report also. Okay, there's option to export those data set, these data by using this export data. Then you can save the data sheet as a CSV file or Excel. Okay, now we are moving to actually today we are going to create this dashboard. Okay, now I know let's say if this is the first time that you are seeing Microsoft Power BI application, yes, uh, you may think, oh, what is this? I don't know I don't know anything. So don't worry. So within these 2 hours, so we already spent 20 to 30 minutes. But anyway, within that 1.5 hours, we are going to create this dashboard. Okay. Now, first of all, you have to have Microsoft Power BI application. Okay. Now I'm going to Google Chrome and searching for Microsoft Power BI. You can try with me. Powerbi.com, sorry, powerbi.microsoft.com. I'm going to that website. You can use your Q&A for any question. And from here, you can go to Microsoft Power BI Desktop. So we are going to download Microsoft Power BI Desktop application. Okay, now here you can simply download this application, or you can go to the selection, I mean the customize page. You can simply download this application from here. Okay, this is for 64-bit and this is for 32-bit. So since my machine is 64-bit, I am selecting this. Let's say if your machine is 32-bit, then you can download this. But let's say if your machine is 64-bit, yes, you can use this one also. But if your machine is 32, please download this one. You can't use this 64 thing. Okay. Now I'm going to download this one. Size is 350 MB. Next. Then it will download. Okay, it will download. So I'm not going to wait till it downloading. I'm canceling it because I already installed the application. So I'm sure that you already realized that how to download it. So let me share this link in the chat. It's not a big deal, but I will share it. Okay. I think all of you can see my contact details, right, in the chat as an announcement. Okay. Now let me open this application. So once you download, so you can simply, there is a wizard, so you can simply press next, and install your application. Okay. Now I'm going to create this dashboard. So I'm moving it to my second screen. I'm going to open Microsoft Power BI again. Okay. So, okay, I will open it from here. In the start menu, I'm okay. Yeah, I will type. I'm going for Power BI Desktop. Okay, it's opening. I will minimize this. Huh? Okay, this is the this is the landing page of Power BI. So it's like now this type of windows are very familiar to us because from the age one, I mean from the grade one, we are using Excel, Word, and all those applications. So this is similar like Excel. This is similar like Word, and here we can identify three icons. So I will explain what are these three icons. I'm not going to explain these tabs. Okay, this is for home. Home, I will explain one by one, so don't worry. And there's insert tab. So like Word, we have insert some text boxes, buttons, images by using this insert one. But there are some new things, so I will explain all those stuff. And from here we can insert a new page. Okay, you can see page means this is the page. Now in Excel we can identify a sheet. Okay, in Excel we can create many sheets. Likewise in Power BI also we can create many pages. Okay, I will delete. Okay, and when it comes to modeling, there are some components features which related to modeling. Modeling means data modeling. Huh? Okay, when it comes to view, so we can apply themes, we can apply filtrations likewise, and help. There's a help for Power BI also, similar to all other applications. Okay, now I'm coming to these three features. Here, okay, now I'm moving this thing to here. Here this is the report. So this is a graphical view. So from this icon also you can see it's a bar chart, and here you can see it's a table kind of a thing. Here you can see there's a kind of a, this is for relationships, right? If you are familiar with Access or any other database management tool, we have relationships in between tables. So under this model, we can create relationships, okay, and which related to the things which related to modeling. And here we can see the data set. Okay, see, this is the data set. And here you can see the graphical view. Okay, and now I'm moving to this side. Now you know what is in the bottom and what is in the top and what is in the left. Now we are going to the right side. Okay, here this is for page level filtration. Okay, filters on this page, filters on all pages. Okay, I will brief what is these things because okay, I will show you. Okay, this is for filters. Okay, just forget it for now. And this is for visualizations. So these are visualizations. You can see these are visualizations. It's a slicer, and this is also a slicer. This is a card, and this is a pie chart, and this is a bar chart. Okay, clustered column chart, and there are many types of visualizations. And here, from here, you can import visualizations. How you can get visuals? There's an option to get more visuals. I will click it. From here, you can add visualizations. Okay, you can search. Now let's say if you need to map some GPS related data, if you are working with ArcGIS or any kind of geo spatial analytical thing tool, then you need to map all your coordinations into a report. So then you can use Power BI for that. I will show some dashboards which I already done by using those GPS locations. So it's very interesting. So you can search for more visualizations by using this get more visuals feature. And let's say if you already downloaded the visualization, then you can import it from here. Okay, And from here, you can see three options. Now, let's say if I select this pie chart feature, this one, okay. If I am selecting this one, now you can see there are three colors, and here you can see texts, and here you can see a title and legends are there. So how you can change it? Uh, in the second tab, you can see it's for format. Okay, in format, you can simply let me show. You can positioning it, so you can try those stuff. Okay, those are like basic things. And let me switch off this legend now. See what the difference. See that legend got vanished. So you can enable those kind of features by using this format tab. And from here you can position the legend, right? I let me position it to left center. See, likewise top center. So you can change all those stuff. Now, if you are familiar with Excel, now you can understand what are the limitations in Microsoft Excel and what are the interesting features in Microsoft Power BI. Okay, here you can name the legend, so you can change it. Let's say customer. See, I changed the topic of the legends. So likewise, you can change the font size, you can increase it like this, okay. And you can change the color. And here, the important thing, it's data colors. Let's say if you need to color Kelly's one from red, yeah, you can do it. Then mom's one is from like by yellow, yeah, I already changed it. And label style, so you can change all those stuff. I'm not going to explain one by one. Title is important, so I will show it. So you can add a title or you can switch off the title. Okay, you can see the difference, right? Here you can type the title and color. You can change everything, and you can center it, and you can set a background color like this. So you can change anything of this visualization. But to change those stuff, you have to select that visualization and go to this format tab. You can set a background color. Okay, like this. And from here you can set the transparency also. You can set a image. You can set an image for the background, and you can set the transparency. Okay, and border is there, shadow. So okay, now you have that basic understanding how to change the format or the appearance of any visualization. Okay, now I'm going to explain. Now you know to change the graphical view. Now how you can change this data view. Okay, to change the data set, you can go to this fields tab. Okay, I will show you. This is a small introduction for you. Then I can start and create this dashboard within few minutes. If you have that foundation, if you have that fundamental knowledge about Power BI, then you can do it like pat. You can do it. Okay. Now you have that understanding about visualization, and from here, let me show. Now here we call these three values as legends, right? Then how you can get the legend here to here? You need to select that legend from here and drag and drop to here. So that's the way that you can divide it like this. You can divide like this, and you need to put your value to here. It's like this. So let me show that. I am picking this one and putting it to here values under values. So we will create those dashboards. Don't worry. I'm just briefing you how to create. See, just pick this one and add two elements. That's it. So here now you can see there's a tab called fields. So you can add your Excel sheets columns to here as fields. Okay, now you have that basic understanding. You know how to see the table and do some. I will explain how to do some modifications for this thing. But now you have that basic understanding. Okay, now we'll move to the hands-on part. I'm closing this one. I will take a screenshot first. Okay, let me take a screenshot because we are going to create this dashboard after 1 hour, 1.5 hours. So we can create this dashboard. Okay, I took a screenshot. Now I'm going to close this one. I will save this. Okay, now let me come from the beginning. I'm opening Microsoft Power BI desktop application. Now you know what are these features, you know about visualizations, you know about fields, and you know about filters, and you know about these three features, and you know about how to add a page, and you know about page, and you know about these tabs. Okay, now we are good to go. Now the first thing is, now I already explained, this is a data presentation tool. Through Power BI you can't do anything, you can't do nothing other than, sorry, you can do nothing other than data presenting. Data presenting means you have to have a data source to present, right? You can understand it, right? You have to have a data set to present. So it will be the front ending tool, but you need to have a back end also. Now I'm going to connect an Excel sheet to this dashboard. Okay. Before that, let me show. I already shared a link in the chat. So in the first chat message, you can see my message. Please copy the worksheet from this link. There's a Google document sheet. You can simply click on that sheet and it will open this Google sheet. Okay. Now I am going to copy this sheet. Okay, please copy the whole table. Huh? Then only you can have the data from January to December. Right click and copy. And I'm going to Excel. And I'm going to paste the dataset here. Paste special text. Now you can see the whole datasheet got copied to my Excel. Okay, now I'm going to save this thing. Save as, and I'll save this file to downloads. I'll save that file in downloads. Okay. Now, now I'm going to add that file. Okay. But before that, let me explain a good practice, huh? The best practice. Now, most of the cases, what do you think? Is this a table? Huh? Is this a table? Now, let me draw a table. Okay. Now, is this a table? Hmm? No, right? This is not a table. Those are like borders. Those are like borders, and these cells have some set of values. This is not a table. Now, let's say if you need to convert this into a table, then you can, let me copy that file to here. You can do the same thing in here also, but for your understanding, I'll copy the same data set to my second sheet, and I'm going to select the whole data set. From here, I'm selecting the whole data set and go to insert, and there's a feature called table. Here I have a selection. My table has header. See, my table already have headers, date, buyer, type, and amount. So I'll tick this. Let's say if you don't have headers, then don't tick it. Then it will create some headers like ABC. Likewise, it will create headers for you. Okay, now I am pressing OK. Here you can name a table. You can name this table. So let me name this table as UOK PBI1. Oh, okay, I named that table as UOK PBI1. Now I'm saving this file. Okay, now you also can do the same thing with me. Now I'm going to add that data sheet by using this get data. That get data feature under home tab is for uh, adding data. Adding data means connecting a data set. So I already explained that you can connect the SQL database, or you can connect any open source database, or you can connect any website data. You can connect anything actually, because this has many connectors. Even you can connect SAP. Even you can connect Facebook. You can connect blobs. See, you can connect. You can just go through and see what are the features that you have. What are the connectors that you have. Okay. Let's say if you are going to create a dashboard which related to IoT solution, yes, you have enough connectors to connect your source. Okay, now I'm going to connect my Excel sheet. Get data, Excel, and connect, because my data source is Excel. I'm going to downloads. See, this is the file which I saved today. UOK PBI session 1. Okay. Now here I can see two sheets. Now you can see the difference, right? This is a worksheet and this is a table. Here sheet 1 and sheet 2. Now let me select the sheet 1. Sheet 1 also I can see the same data set. And in this table also I can see the same data set. Okay. But the special thing is, now let's say if you select this sheet 2, then let's say if you updated your data set, then it will not, sometimes it will not reflect to your data set because it's a sheet. Okay. But when it comes to a table, if you are updating the table, then it will automatically adding rows into your existing table. Then it will all automatically expanding. So then the best practice is creating a table instead of using a sheet to these kind of dashboards. Okay, I'm not selecting this one. I already added it for your reference. Reference means just to show you. But the best practice is creating a table and name it. You can name it also. Okay. Then I'm loading it. Okay, now you can see that Okay, now let me open the data view. Here you have the date, you have the buyer's name, and you have the type and the amount. Okay. So first of all, let me brief about this data set. So as I explained to you, this data set is related to small outlet, let's say a small supermarket, but that supermarket has only 3 customers. For you, this is a sample data set. Dad, mom, and Kelly, and all those items. Now let's say when it comes to this row, it says in on 2nd of Jan 2021, mom purchased groceries which is valued up around 120, let's say rupees, 120 rupees. Okay, so likewise it has many records which related to these sales. Okay, now I'm going to the graphical view. Here you can see all those 4 columns were added as fields, and here you can see this date, the icon got changed because date has a hierarchy. As you know, date has the year and date has the quarter, month and day. So it's inbuilt because let's say let's think about a date now. Let's say 5th of Feb. So if we say like 5th of Feb in 2021, it has the year, it has the quarter, and it has the month and day. So that's why it's appearing as a hierarchy. Okay. Now you can understand what are those fields. Okay. These are the fields that we created in the Excel sheet. Okay. Now we are going to create that dashboard. Now let me show the screenshot. Here we can see a title. Okay, first we'll create this title. Under insert you can see a text box, so it's a text box. I'm going to minimize this and I'm going to type as sales report, and you can change the color by using these features. I will add blue and I'll center it, and I'm going to increase the size. Okay, and how? Now let me show that. Now I'm clicking this text box and I'm coming to visualization step. You may already familiar with those features, I already explained. Here you can enable the border here. Once you enable the border, okay, you can now let me see here. You can't even see the border, right? Now let's say if you need to increase the size of the border, you can simply go to border and like this. You can increase the size of pixels. Okay, and you can change the color of the border. You can change the radius. Now you can see it got curved, so you can change those kind of things. Okay, now I created this box. Now let me come to this card visualization. Here this is for card. Let me select that card. Once we select the visualization, it will automatically adding to the our canvas. We call this as canvas. Okay, now I'm placing this like this. How we can add those values? Now you know here when it comes to our screenshot, it says total sales. Total sales means the total of this column. See, you can see the total. You can see the total as 69,977. 69,977. So you need to get that total of this column. Okay. Now, so now just think which field that we need to pick. Is it buyer or is it type or date or the amount, right? Now I'm going to pick this amount and drop here. Pick this and drop here. See, now it says 70K because it got round off. We can change it, so I will explain it later. Once you dropped it here, it will automatically adding to this one and under this field. Okay, you can do the same thing. So you can select the visualization and you can select the field and come and drop here. Okay, now you have that understanding. Now let me show how to make this, like in our screenshot the value is not 70K, it is 69,977. Okay, now let me show how to do that. Go to format, and this is the data label. Here there's a drop down for display units. Now let's say if we have a, let's say a number like a billion, then you can show the same amount in billions or thousands or none. None means once we press none, it will appear like this. Okay. Okay. I will apply none, and in our screenshot there's a title, right? So I need to switch off this category label. This is the category label. Now see the difference. Once I switching off this category label, that label is vanishing. Okay, that label is vanishing. Now I need to add a title. I can simply switch on the title and type here total sales. And you can color the title, you can color the background. You can center it, and you can increase the size. I will do some changes. Just don't think about it, because you have to know about those stuff now. You don't need to stick to this format, but we'll create a dashboard like this. Okay, and now you are going to draw a border, because here you can see there's a border. Now you know you can go to format and switch on the border like this. You can color, you can set a separate color for that. Likewise, see, now you can see the border. Now let's say here you can see a comma, right? You can see a separator here. How you can separate it? When it comes to this data sheet, from here you need to apply this comma. Okay, you can apply this comma as a thousand separator. Then it will separate like this. All right. Select the column and press this. Okay, now what will happen? See, it applied to the card also. Okay, now you are clear, right? We already spent 1 hour. Still, I can't see any question. I think all you guys are doing with me. Yeah. Now we will create this drop down. It's a slicer. I think I already explained it. It's a slicer. Now here it says type. Now what do you think? I just need to bring this type and drop it here or here. Okay, you can use both locations. I drop it here, but it's not a drop down, right? It's a kind of a checklist. From here you can change the type. So we have two types. One is list and the second one is drop down. See, if you select that feature as drop down, then it will appear like this. Okay, now from here you can do like customizations. You can switch off the header. Likewise, items, you can change the color. See, I added some outline. You can add a shadow. It will appear as a shadow like this. Okay, you can try all those stuff. I'm not going to add a title. I'm not going to change the background. Okay, let me add a color. And now this is about that. Now you know how to create a drop down. Now my next point is the date slicer. You can use the same feature, which is slicer, and you can add the date. Just pick this one and drop here. Then it will create a slicer for you. Uh, if it's a date, it will pick automatically. Now you can see the calendar filtration and the slicer filtrations like this. Okay, see, now you can see the whole data set is filtering, right? You don't need to have all other visualizations to understand that, because this total sales is filtering. From this filtration also it's filtering. Okay, now if you need to select multiple values, then you can simply press your control key in your laptop and press all those values. Okay, I'm going to clear those filtrations. Let me create a border for you. Okay, now the next thing is a table. Table is here, so I'm adding the table like this. What are the values that I already added? Buyer, type, and amount. I'm going to add buyer, two values, then buyer type under buyer, then amount. Okay, let's say if I need to move this amount column as the first column, then I just need to pick this one and drop here. See, now our amount column got moved to the first column. Okay. This is very small. Now I'm going to increase the size. Okay, now it's more readable, right? Okay. You can simply add a border, so I'm not going to add borders for each and every visualization, because now you already know how to add a border and how to change the background. Let me increase the size of the column headers, because I can't even read. Okay, now it's readable. Now I'm going to add this pie chart and the bar chart. Okay. What are the values here? Amount by buyer, and customer names. Okay. Just there's a special thing for these type of visualizations. Here you can see there are many number of fields. Just bring this buyer and add as a legend. So I think I already explained it. What is a legend? So legend is the it's kind of a separator. So you need to define what is the separator for this visualization. And amount is for values. It's like quite simple. We can understand that. And okay, that's it. Now I'm going to increase the size of these labels. Okay. Now it's quite readable. We change color to black. When it comes to the data label, it has some styles. Okay, this is very important because sometimes you need percentage, okay, and the total. See, now the percentage is 37%, 22% likewise, and you can see it with the data table, the data label. So you can try those stuff. You can change the color. You can set a background. Okay. Now, I think now you have that understanding how to create a pie chart and what are the features with the pie chart in comparing with some other visualization. Now I'm opening this one. Okay. It's clustered column chart because okay, now I'll explain it. Clustered means there are separate, there are groups. Okay, there are clusters. You know, right? What is the meaning of cluster? So here you can see there are many clusters. Okay. Now I'm going to add values to this. Anyway, value is amount, and let me add like buyer as the legend and the type as the axis. Okay. Let me increase the size. Okay, there's exclamation mark because I can't expand the size. That's why. Okay, let me just show. Now see, now it got activated. Now we can do any changes. I can increase the text size like this. Okay, but let me decrease the size because we have very limited size for the whole report. Okay, now we already created that thing. I'm not drawing any border for this because now adding borders is very simple and very familiar to you. Now I'm going to add this one. This is actually a stacked area chart. No, no. It can't be a stacked area. It is area chart. Let me just check that. See, it's stacked area chart. Okay. Stacked area chart. I'm expanding it, and I'm going to add. Anyway, I'll add the value, the amount to values. Date is for access. Let me check that what I already done for my previous report, because then we can do the same thing. Okay, here we already added date and select date. Okay, let me do the same thing. Okay. Now we already created the dashboard. Sorry, we already created the report. You can simply now, let's say, let me convert this to a line chart simply. See, you can select the same data set. You can select the same visualization and you can change it like this. Okay, like this. So I'll remain it as this anyway. So now I think you have that basic understanding how to create a report. Now we already created a report. Okay, and we already spent almost we already started it at, let's say, 5:30. So within 45 minutes we already created a simple report. So since this is your first time, it will take this much of time. But if you are familiar with it, then you can simply create this kind of a report within few minutes. Within 5-6 minutes, you can create this kind of a thing. Okay. Now I'll show you what are the features that you can use, like themes. Okay. Under view, you can apply a theme like this. See, it will apply that color to each and every component automatically. See, it's very interesting. Okay, I'll remain this theme, and I will expand. I will increase the size of legends, because even I can't read it. Okay, now I can read it. Now we are going to view this report. So I can filter like this. I can filter the types, and from here also we can filter. Okay. Okay. Now we need to know how to publish this report. So we have almost another 40 minutes. We already planned for 2 hours. So we need to publish this report. It will take some time. But before that, if you have any question, you can use this Q&A and you can ask that question. And let me download the logo of University of California. Okay, now I need to add that icon, add that logo to this dashboard. Okay, let me minimize the size of these filtrations just to show you, because in the industry you need to add the company logo or this kind of icons to your dashboard. It's a simple thing. By using this insert image, you can add those kind of icons. Okay, like this. Okay, I'm deleting this image because this is not relevant to this dashboard. Anyway, and here I will explain. So we have some features like keywords, and there are some advanced features. But before that, this is the basics of Power BI. So before publishing this dashboard, you need to log in. Okay, you need to have a Microsoft account to that. You need to have a Microsoft account to publish this dashboard. So I'm using my account to publish this dashboard. So now let me log in again. So in your Power BI, there's a sign in button. By pressing the sign in button, from here you can in this input box you can type your email address, which is related to your Microsoft account. Okay, now it's signed in. Now I'm going to publish this thing. Before publishing it, I have to save it. Okay, how you can publish it? There's a feature called publish. I'm going to save this. Once you save, that publish icon is activated. Now here, actually, you can create a separate. It's like it's a logical separation. Now let's say in the corporate world, you may have many workplaces. Let's say one workplace is created for the marketing team, and the second workplace was created for the sales or HR. Likewise, you can have many number of workspaces. Now I'm selecting my default workspace, which is my workspace. Selecting it. Now dashboard is publishing. Now from this link, I can open the Power BI dashboard. See, it already updated to the web version. In my workspace, I can see many reports. Now let me explain the difference between reports and the dashboard. Okay. Now let's say let me create a dashboard. Okay, first of all, let me come to my home page, and in my workspace I can see there are many reports and dashboard. So why I am using that report and dashboard word here? This orange color one is a data set, and this blue color one is a report, and this green color one is a dashboard. Okay, we have three types of what we can say. So let me open the dashboard first. Okay, this is not the dashboard which related to our one. Okay, so I already created this dashboard before. In this dashboard, we can't see any other like I think you may already remember we had a table and we had a line chart likewise, but here we can't see all those stuff. But once we click on this tile, so we can identify these boxes as tiles. So let's say if I'm selecting on the amount tile, it will redirect to our table. Okay, likewise. Okay, now I'm going to explain. So this also a sample dashboard which I created for some other class. So that's why it's using the same data set. So don't think about that, because we are going to create the same type of a dashboard here. Okay. Now you can understand the difference between a dashboard and a report. Okay. Let me just brief it by using Microsoft Paint. Dashboard is the front end. Okay. Um, and the report is the this is the report, and you have a data set. Okay, this is the data source, so we call it data set. Okay, now data set is using for the report, then report is using for the dashboard. But the front end, the user end is the dashboard, but dashboard will redirect to the report. But this data set is the back end, so end user can't see the data set. Okay, so this is the now you have that understanding what are the components here. Now I am moving to my home page. Here you can see datasets, dashboards, and reports. Okay, this is the dataset which I already published. Let me check the name. Name is UOK, sample UOK. Okay. Now this is the report which I already published now. Before 4 minutes, I'm opening that report. So this is the report. Now, what is the dashboard? So let me create a dashboard here. Now, when it comes to create, you have two options. Now I am selecting the pick a published dataset because we already published that. I am selecting this dataset, which is sample UOK. Now this is the report view. So by using that dataset, you can do the same thing on the web. But I'm let's say if I'm going to now this is the web version of you can see, right, this is very familiar to you, so you can do the same thing here. Okay, we already passed that we already went through the local version. Now this is the web version, so in the web version also you can do the same thing. Okay, I'm not going to waste your time because now you know how to do this. You can follow the same steps to create that. Okay, now I'm going to I'm not saving that one. I'm going to this report. I'm going to create a dashboard. Okay. To create a dashboard, I need to pin those tiles. Okay, these are like tiles. There's a button to pin visual. I'm selecting that, and from here we can pin this visual to an existing dashboard, or you can create a new dashboard. Let me create a new dashboard. And pin. Okay, now I'll go to the dashboard. Now this dashboard has only this one, but the special thing is we have that sales dashboard. So the special thing is once I click this on this tile, it will redirect to the to the report. Okay, now I'm pinning this one also. Now this time it's an existing dashboard. Okay, now I'm going to share this thing. Okay, okay, because I don't have license. I don't have Power BI Pro license because of that I can't share this. Now here you can see the mobile view. So I already explained that that mobile view is also possible through Microsoft Power BI mobile version. You can simply update the dashboard, which now you can see and you can compare. See, like this, you can do modifications for your mobile view also. Okay, then you can go back to the web view. So this is the dashboard. So as I explained to you, once let's say if you need to, let me come back. If you need to go to details of these items, then you can click on this tile and see. Okay. Now we already published the dashboard and we already created a dashboard. So tomorrow, not tomorrow, day after tomorrow, we'll do some updates. Okay, there's a question which related to Power BI certification. Yeah, I'll go through what are the steps and I'll go through that. Okay, now this is about Power BI basics. Now I know okay, we have few questions. Give me 5 minutes. Give me few minutes. Okay, the first question is, there are any best practices in the industry when formatting these dashboards? It's depend in the industry with the industry because I already created some dashboards in this format and that black format also. I'll show you one dashboard. I'll answer one by one. I have very interesting questions.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Yes,
We
sir.
can't hear you.
Yeah. Give me a few minutes because that report is loading. Yeah, I'm searching for a sample report which matching with the industry requirement because I have a question which related to best practices in the industry. So I'll show some samples which I already done.
Yeah,
Then you
okay.
can have that understand.
Okay, sure, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, this is a sample report that you can understand. So here you can see the whole dashboard is black. So and from here you can filter the date, and that organization already, because I already created this dashboard before few years. I mean, I think in 2014 or 20, the initial dashboard which I created on 2014. So here you can filter. So there are like regional sales managers. So once you select one of them, then the whole dashboard will filter for that sales manager. See, now from here you can see the territory of this sales manager. This is the area for that sales manager. Under that sales manager, we have some area sales managers. Then you can see the filtration. It already filtered for Colombo and suburb area, Jayawardhanapura, Aturugiri, Haduwela. And under that ASM, we have sales reps. We have few sales reps. Sorry, we have few distributors under that sales rep. So we'll select some sample. See, now we got filtered again. Then we have some sales reps. This is for a day. So this is for the 22nd of, it's a little over day. So let me select for like for few days. See, so likewise. So it depends with the industry. So in this company, so they wanted to see what are the places actually. Those are like this data set is related to invoice tracker. So they are using a mobile device and mobile application to place their invoices to outlets in Sri Lanka. So they needed to track their sales in a map like this. Okay, now in this period, so they already raised 62,000 invoices, and 40,000 outlets were saved within that period in Sri Lanka. So likewise, it will appear. So it will take few minutes to load because the data set is very large, and this was connected to the live database. So once they are placing their invoices, it will appear in the head office within few minutes. So it's very interesting at that stage. I'm talking now. I'm referring to this dashboard in 2014, 2015, and 16 at that stage. So it was a massive change in that organization. So likewise, and let me show some other sample. That's why that there are best practices. Now let's say the best thing, because companies are very they like to see the most updated information. Then you can use those refresh schedulers. So I will explain it on next day how to set a refresh scheduler, and I'll explain about the relationships next day. I will add some sample dataset to the same dashboard, same dataset. Then you can make that relationship and combine these two datasets and create one single dashboard. And this is also a great sample. Here you can see there's a hierarchy. Now let's say modern trade. In modern trade, we have keychains. Under keychains, we have Apico Cargill skills. Let's select keys. Under keys, under keys, we'll select keys. So this data is related to 2015, 16, and 17. It load the data set. And from here, now once you filtered from here, these filtrations already filtered for Kiel's outlets. Now let's say Kiel's Gampa. So you can see, right? Kiel's Gampa has this number of sales. Let's say if you need to filter for the product level, it will show, right? It also all black, but now when it comes to the formatting, yes, it depends with the organizations. In the modern world, actually, we can't see that kind of black dashboards because in mobile also you have to open these things. No? Then it's very easy to see if you are using this kind of a light theme. It's related to the formatting, but when it comes to the refreshing and all, yes, you have to set the refresh schedulers to show the latest data. I think I answered your question. And the second question is, are there any specific reason behind that most of organization to use Power BI? Yeah, yes, because this is free. So you can do the thing which I already done is for free. You don't need to spend any rupee. Now, when it comes to other analytical tools like Tableau, and there are enough tools. ClickView. So you can see 10 to 15 analytical tools in Sri Lanka also, but their price is too high. But Power BI, it's for free. Now, when it comes to your research report or when it comes to your let's say your expenses, which you're expending within month or year, so you can do a simple dashboard and you can refresh that data set. Now let's say let me show some sample here. If I change any data in my data set, then you can simply press this refresh button, then it will appear to the data set. It will sync once you publish it. So you can simply do this thing automated. Then you have to install that gateway and you can do that. So that's the specific reason. Cost is very low and this is very easy. This is not for the IT. Now when it comes to your when it comes to programming and all, we know that programming is not easy for non-IT people. Let's say from finance or from marketing, they can't do those kind of application when it comes to the programming part. But when it comes to dashboarding and when it comes to Power BI, it's very easy to understand, very easy to create a dashboard. Let's say a person or your accountant from finance department, he may she already also can create this kind of a dashboard. This is very easy and very attractive. I think I already answered your question. My third question is, okay. The third question is, publish this kind of a dashboard in a website. Yes, there's an option. I will show you. Now let's say, but for that you need to have that license. Now I'm going to share this one. You can get the embedded code of this dashboard. So you can simply map that dashboard to a website. I think that embedded code feature was disabled from our tenant, so I will show it in the next day. I need to enable it from the administration level. Let me make a note about that. Yeah, okay. What is the next question? Can we take a sales data from a backend of a website and display some dashboards from those data in the website's admin panel? From website's admin panel. Admin panel actually, now if you are referring to a cPanel kind of a thing, it's not possible because that tool need to be supported for these kind of tools. No, I don't know whether that tool is supported or not. But let's say if you are creating a website, yes, you can use that embedded code. Then it's like if you are familiar with JavaScript and PHP and HTML, you can simply pin that dashboard and you can simply set the border and all. You can publish it in a in a website, and you can access the backend also, because I already mentioned you here. Now let's say that backend, the database is MySQL. Yes, you have connectors to connect MySQL. Under database, see, you have many number of database connectors. What is mean by Power BI DAX? Power BI DAX is a language for advanced analytics, and the programming actually it's kind of a language. It's a kind of a programming language. But for now, just search it and keep it, because we are planning to do DAX on our next day. And there's a question about Power BI certification. Power BI certification is DA100. So let me open that. Okay, I shared this link with that in Q&A. So you, I think all of you can see, because it got published by our team. So here, now let's say if you need to learn more about Power BI, because this is basics, so you can follow these learning paths. You can simply create a Microsoft account and you can simply follow these courses. Then you can learn, it's free, and then you can sit for the exam. But for the exam, you have to pay some amount. For Sri Lankan candidates, we have to pay 80 US dollars, but as university students, you can get 50% off from this also. Then only 40 US dollars. It's around, I think, 7,500, now 200, 8,000. 8,000 rupees. So just validate your knowledge, then you will get a certificate which issued by Microsoft, and you will get a transcript also. That's about the certification, and I already shared my email address. Please send your first name, last name, and email address. It can be your private email address, it's fine. Please share those details, then I can assign a course for you. Let me show that if you're interested only. Okay, now these are for Azure courses. So likewise, now let me show some sample. In this sample, so it's kind of a book, so you can read those stuff. It has video materials. So likewise, I can assign this kind of a course. This is for Azure fundamentals, but likewise for DA100 also there will be a book kind of a course like this. So I can assign this course for you for free. Okay, it's an opportunity to learn more. So you can simply share your email address, first name and last name. I already shared my email address, so you can reply, or you can simply connect me through LinkedIn and ask for that course. Then I can assign it for you. Then you can complete your further learning. The next question, do I need to have more hands-on experience in Power BI to pass? Yes, it's not easy. Because now I already touched about Power BI. Now, other than this thing, other than this dashboard creation thing, it has a massive workload. but if you followed those courses, now I already mentioned that I can assign that course from SkillPipe, and in Microsoft Learn also you have free resources. So you can simply register for these learning platforms and get that knowledge. Then definitely you can pass, because you have to have hands-on. Definitely you have to have hands-on, otherwise you can't pass. Where can we learn more about Power BI? I think I already explained. Is there any mechanism to integrate Power BI with the desktop or web applications to visualize data through the applications which are we developing in university or industry? Yeah, you can integrate now. So as I explained to you before, you can simply integrate your dashboard with your applications, because all those applications are using a database now. So you can simply connect to your database and you can create those reports. Then if you published it as an HTML page, then you can embed that into your application also. Okay. I think I answered all of your questions. Okay, now time is okay. If you don't have any further questions, we can wrap up the session for today, because we have our second day also. If you already, now I'm suggesting you, I'm requesting you to try those stuff. So today and tomorrow, then day after tomorrow, we can do the advanced stuff. Advanced stuff means at that day we are going to create a relationship. We are going to add us 2-3 tables here and make relationships, and then we are going to talk about DAX, and we are publishing this dashboard and the mobile application part, and row level security. Row level security is, let me just brief you what is row level security. Row level security is like this. Now under view, sorry, under modeling, you can see there's a feature called VWAS. So likewise, now when it comes to some organization, no, when it comes to our example, in this example, let's say if Kelly logs into the dashboard, then we can filter the whole data set into Kelly. Then Kelly can't see other data. So likewise, that we call the row level security. So we will check all those stuff in the next day, in the second day. So again, I am thanking you to organizing this great session and inviting me. Thank you, the organizing committee. And I need to thank you for all participants who spent almost 2 hours with me. Thank you. Tisa?
Yes. Hope you can hear me. So thank you, sir, for thank you, Mr. Tharidu, for conducting this session, and thank you once again for accepting our invitation and sharing your knowledge with us today. I'm sure that we have some undergraduates who just started explore Power BI, and this definitely is a good set of guiding instructions for them. So guys, if you have any questions, you can email to us or reach us through our Facebook page, and we will be in touch with you. So this webinar is the fourth session of continuously happening webinar series called Dev Express, which is organized by Microsoft Club of University of California. So you can check out our previous sessions in our YouTube channel, MS Club University of California YouTube channel. You can find the URL in the chat box right now. So once again, thank you, Mr. Tardu Kundratna, for spending your valuable time for us, and thank you everyone who have participated here. So hope you will attend also in the second part of this Power BI webinar series, which is scheduled to be held on 16th of May, which is this Sunday. And until then, stay safe, guys. Have a great day.